Hey there, this is Sandra Edmond, Queen of Tax Deeds with Tip Tuesday. All right, so on my screen here, I've got open one of my spreadsheets here that I use to track some auctions coming up in the tax deed sale. So I try to keep the template a bit simple. And this right here is actually verbatim. Some of the websites, some of the auctions have, some of the counties have online auctions, and they allow you to download the list directly from the auction. So these few rows right here are actually identical to what that list looks like. So that way my virtual assistant, when they go to put the information in here, doesn't have to do much except for just import it directly into here. And then the other columns here, actually I believe everything through here, everything in the gray, the dark gray up here, is directly from the auction website. And then everything else in here is stuff that I've added. State, county. I do mainly Florida. I don't do out of the state, but I think this is the owner's information. If the owner is out of state, I think that's what that is. And let's see here. And then I also put information about what happened, and then we're also looking up we should all actually the owner's name should be already over here as well, but sometimes we find different addresses and we might add them here. I think that's why I have this here as well. And then we're also looking up people's phone numbers if we're going to call them. Then there's a property appraiser's link, and then information about the property, and then some other stuff that I add onto my spreadsheet. None of that's that important. If you, first of all, if you're just getting started, you can just keep it simple. Just download this and download their list and put it directly into here. So let me back up because some of you might be going, well, where do I get this list? So let's go to my website, Queen of Tax Deeds, and then right here we're going to do an easy one. We're going to go to Orange County Comptroller. They have a list on their website. We just go to the tax deed sale, and then right here is the link to the online auction. And if I log in, let's make sure I log in under the right account. Nope, let's try again. All right, so we're going to hit OK through all of these. And we're going to go to calendar. And so while we're in calendar, this is my little dummy account, so we can play around with this one. And while we're in calendar, if I was doing this in real life, I would be looking in February. Actually, let's go ahead and do one here. Let's see, we've got April, March. Okay, so we got through March 11th. So let me see if they have anything past March 11th. Okay, let's see if April's in. April is not in. All right, so we couldn't do that. But if we were, for example, going to do March, you see they've got 2 properties going up for sale out of the 3, so that's not that many. But let's look at something like February 18th, where they've got 3 out of 18. So instead of sitting up here and copying and pasting all this information, you can come directly over here to, I believe it's quick search. And if you just hang out here a bit, there, you're going to see it slide over. And then we come over here, we select tax deed, and we hit pre-sale and running. Just leave it like that. And then you select the date that you want. So the ones we're looking at were sometime in March. I don't remember the exact date, so we'll just do like the whole month of March. So the one reason I pick March is because that gives us enough time to try to contact the seller to see if we want to get them to sell the property before the sale. So that's all that we need, and we're going to hit search report. And there's only 2. I thought there was more than that. Pre-sale and running. No, only two, and I did tax deed. I did March of 2021. Yeah, March 1st through March 31st. And I did do tax deeds. Did pre-sale and running. So usually there are more than that. Let's try February and see. February 1st through February 28th. Okay. Oh, that was February we meant to do, right? I said February 18th. Okay, so here we are. We've got February 11th, there's a few of them, and February 18th, a whole bunch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and you click this little icon right here, and it's going to download it as a CSV onto your computer. And there it is. And so you see we've got here sale date February 11th and sale date February 18th. So clearly we want to separate them, so I'm just going to hit duplicate here real quick, and I'm just going to delete here all of these here because I want one per sheet. Delete selected rows. Perfect. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to delete these here because I want one auction per sheet. And I'm going to delete. And let's go ahead and call this Orange March 2021 TD auction. Okay, so I've got it here saved in numbers because I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to need to now export it, if you're on a Mac, to CSV. Just that's the format that we're going to be able to upload into my Google Drive. I could also export it into Excel, but I'm going to do CSV because if I'm on a Mac, anytime I open up the Excel, it's going to convert it to numbers, which is, numbers is the Mac version of spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets. So let's see here, create a filter for each table. I don't even check any of that stuff. Let's just hit next. Okay, so now it's going to put it someplace. I always drop them in my downloads just to keep it easy. Then I'll just go in and delete it. So now that I've got it, I'll tell it to save that, but we're going to probably delete it. So now that I've got it there, I can actually come over here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a separate one here just to show you how it works. We're going to upload them into April. Actually, we'll just upload it into a separate sheet. That's what we'll do. Because what it is I already have these already here, and if I upload it, it's going to delete everything in here. So what we can do is upload it into a blank sheet and then add our little column headings. So let's go ahead here and do import, and then we're going to upload, select from your device, and I always put it in downloads, makes it easy. And where did it go? I thought I did it downloads. Didn't I do downloads? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Where did it go? I think this is it right here, CSV. 141. Yeah, this is the one I just did. And let's see what this is. Orange March 2021 TD. That looks like the one I just did. Let's open it up. So we have two CSV documents in here, two separate sheets. That's probably what it is. So let's go ahead and do the first one and see how it goes. We'll see which one it is. So it now asks you, which is good. So I'm going to say insert a new sheet because you could either create a whole new spreadsheet or insert a sheet into here. And separator, detect automatically, convert text to columns, date, convert text to numbers, dates, and formulas. I don't want it converting stuff because that's how it messes up the parcel ID numbers. So we're going to do it as import a sheet. So this is the sheet it just imported. You see that? Because my last one ended in April, and now I have more. So what we can do here, insert above, and we can just come over here to my little template and copy and then just paste it right here. And I left this one here so I can make sure everything matches, and you see they do. Address, city, state, zip, parcel, my bid. So you see it ended right there. So because everything matched okay, we have no drama. I could easily come over here and delete that old row. And just to keep things neat, I like to come over here and freeze up to current row. That right there. And this one here says final judgment, which we don't need for tax deeds. So that's it. That's what we can do to make things a little bit easier. And then what you can do later is come on in. The most important thing is, let's see, the property appraiser link column. That one I think you should definitely put on your spreadsheet. Where is it? Property appraiser link. Okay, that's weird. Here it is, property appraiser link. This one right here. That one, you may want to just take it and move it over. Oops. I'm going to take it and move it over. Google Drive looks exactly as Excel or any other spreadsheet format you're used to. So we know it finished it right about here. So we're going to make that our first link, because it makes it so much easier. Once you go to this property to go check it out, you put the link. So that way you don't have to keep going onto the property appraiser and doing a search to find a property each time. You could easily just click on the link. So now that I've shown you how to upload them into here, another thing, let's go to February. So let's take this one here as a sample for which one I'm working on here. This is February 11th. And then as we go to a new month or new sale date, I like to put a little black line here to separate them. So I'm right now looking for properties that are single family residential or that are good vacant lots that don't have mortgages if I'm going to contact somebody to see if they want to sell them before the sale. You can also do those that have mortgages and just make sure that it's going to make sense. You can do seller financing, or you can do a short sale. So many different things you can do. You can, do one where you continue making the payments for them. But on this particular specific list that I'm looking for something that I want to be able to wholesale quickly too. So I'm looking for something that does not have a mortgage. So one of the quick and easy ways to do it here, and depending on the sale you're doing, some of them make it easier to figure this stuff out too, because we don't want to spend too much time doing this. So we first want to take a look at this property here. This is Bren Lee Court, and it's scheduled for sale on February 18th. So today's date is January 26th, which gives us time to mail it, and if they respond, be able to close and purchase the property. So I'm going to click the property appraiser's link, and you see how much easier it makes it by having the property appraiser's link already there. By the way, I have a virtual assistant that helps put this stuff in here. All right, so let's come on over here, and here is the property, single family residential, and I'm looking for something that's at least, it barely hits the minimum, at least 900 square feet minimum. This one's 950 square feet, built in 1959, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So I'm looking for at least a 2-bedroom too. So I'm looking and I see the assessed value on this is $84,000, which is not the market value, but it's just getting an idea of, what they're assessing it for taxes. And this here is a picture from 2015. And that was 2006. So we really don't have any idea what this property might look like right now. We could go and check the street view as well. And then with street view, you got to pay attention to the bottom right-hand corner. And it'll show you this one was 2014. This picture was taken. Again, nothing recent. So anyway, the point of me showing you this is to show you to take a look at this. So this is the parcel ID number, and This is the sale site. So for now, we're pretty much done with the sale site. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. So what I'm going to do is go back into Orange and select this tax deed sales, and then come on over. We're going to hit the disclaimer. So this is what you need to see if you can get the same information from the other counties that you're working or other states. So we come over here, we hit parcel ID number, and we're looking for the one. So this one obviously has gone to the sale before. It was redeemed back in 2018, and now it's back at the auction again in 2021. That's why it shows up 2 times. So the 2021 is the one I'm looking for. So what I like to do is come over here to parties, and these are all the people that they notified of the sale. And if I see any lender sounding names like we do right here, I move on to the next one. So we're going to skip this one. And we can put a note in here too. Let's see here. Let's see, there's a mortgage. So then we're going to select this one right here. And we can also look to see what the property looks like, but it might just be easier to just come over here to see if it's got a mortgage. Let's see, let's click on this one. Then we hit parties. I'm literally going to be using this list too, by the way, that you've seen using. So this one here does not have any bank sounding names listed here under people that were notified. And basically it's just the owners that were notified. So this one here does not have a mortgage. So here's something that I would probably want to mail. So let's go ahead and see who they are, what the property is. Okay, these are these condo commercial units, but still it's not bad. Condo office unit is assessed at $43,000. Really have to, I wouldn't even bother checking it out right now. I would just send the letter. It is 302 square feet. So you're thinking, well, you said your minimum was 900, but this is not single family. This is a commercial piece of property. So it's really just a little small office space, a little condo office. And if we come over to, let's see, Alliance Condominium, we come over here, we can copy. I have not done any research on this one. I'm just doing them live with you here on this thing. And we can come over here and see if we can find the piece of property or any information about it online, like pictures of what it looks like. I think this is fine. Let's see, there's something on Yelp, MapQuest, Yellow Pages, Bird's Eye. Let's try a Bird's Eye here. I think these are reviews though. Nope. Just trying to see if we can, here it is, LoopNet. LoopNet has some information. Now LoopNet should have pictures of the place. Okay, we can see about where it is, so it's in a good location. And it says here, hotel hospitality. Now I remember a hotel complex that was turned into individual condo units over by OBT, Orange Blossom Trail. I'm not sure if this is the one or not. 71 rooms, 2 stories. So this is for the whole building. This one is actually, it's no longer being advertised on LoopNet. Guess they couldn't find a buyer, and now it's going, some of the individual units are going up for sale. So this one here I'm going to mark as worth mailing. So what I can do here is I come over here and I mark in gray the ones that I want to mail. So do I have a column for mailing? So I'm going to write here condo office mail. No mortgage. So then that's what I do. I'm going to go down the rest of this list and do the same thing and plug it directly into here. Go under tax deeds. Now I could come over here and look at the O&E and the other title stuff, but we're trying to do this really fast. We're not trying to spend a whole bunch of time on this. So we're just quickly trying to figure out which ones are worth mailing to. So once you know which ones you're mailing to, what do you do with that information? So once we have the ones that are worth mailing to, we want to incorporate it either in our direct mail or phone calls that you're making directly to people that are interested in selling. So if you're doing direct mail, one of the things I like are handwritten pieces of direct mail correspondence because it makes it much easier for people, for it to be memorable for the person because you're going to personalize it and it's going to appear as though it's handwritten when it really was not handwritten. So there are many companies that can do things like that for you, that will give you a piece that looks like it's handwritten. You just need to contact a professional printer. They work on things like that. But the most important thing is that you want to make sure that you have consistent marketing going out. You want to make the marketing as easy as possible, so that way if you can't do it, it's still being done while you're working on your other leads. And you want to find a company that personalizes each letter so that you can actually include the name of the owner, which is why we have it here in the list. So this one here, you see we've got names of owners and then addresses to mail them to. Of course, if they're out of the country, you're going to have to make sure that you put enough stamps on there to mail something out of the country. So in this example here, we're doing the tax sale list. You can do the same thing with probate. And with probate, I wouldn't even bother looking it up to see if they have a mortgage or anything like that. You can do the same thing with your driving for dollar leads. Now, I would not necessarily send that customized piece out for the very first letter. You can just do a generic mailing piece, a generic postcard. I would wait and probably do that maybe on a second, third, or fourth mailing, just some other mailing besides the very, very first one. But always, 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 you want to make sure that you're consistent with your marketing. At least it's being sent out every week. All right, well, that is my Tip Tuesday. You see how you can actually grab a list and then start marketing to that list very easily. Everything that I showed you is a public record and it costs you nothing to purchase that list. If you don't have time to do it, you can always get a virtual assistant to help you with that. All right, so let me know what you think about this that I just showed you, and if you have some ideas on who you're using for your direct mail pieces, please go ahead and comment. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, also on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, so that's it for Tip Tuesday. Have a great day.